Hello and welcome to episode 118, and well, this isn't farlows like what was planned, which I said at the end of my last video, but we found out sort of at the last minute farlows was shut for some big UK carp match. Phoned around a few places and we've ended up down in Dorset and Coking Farm, and we're on Oak Lake. So we've just got the rods out. Pretty much that's all we've got out in it.
Yeah.
But fishing with Wayne for this 48 hours. We have seen Wayne once before, which by some coincidence was exactly a year ago today, back in episode 98 when we was fishing at Drayton Reservoir. So that session was a bit slow, wasn't it? That one.
Fish.
And so we're hoping this one won't be quite as slow. And another coincidence as well, it's exactly 2 years ago to the day I was on here again for my first time. So it wasn't planned, it was just two coincidences that have fallen exactly on the day. But anyway, just got the rods out. I don't know about you, but for now I've just chucked out some PVA bags I already had tied up in me bucket just to get fish in. Once all the shelter's up and everything, I'll sort of change to rigs and bait that I actually want to fish on. What have you chucked out PVA bags? Or?
Cheap solid bags at the moment, yeah. Just in that cove, see what happens.
Right then, for now, let's go fishing. That's where my net is.
Well, Chris is in at last, leading the way.
It's off.
The curse of the camera strikes again.
Well, that was a bit rubbish. I was in the middle of a tiny load of rigs on top of me bivvy there. Right hand rod went racing off, and it's come off. I think it's more a case of the curse of the barbless hook rule, to be fair. Don't like them. Right guys, it's been a bit of a quiet day so far. After that fish I hooked and then it subsequently dropped straight off more or less. There's been no more action since then. But the wind's died off a bit now, so I thought I'd give you a bit of a guided tour of me swim. So as you can see, I'm fishing 3 rods, and then just to the sort of left, you can't really sort of make it out, but where I'm zooming into is a very slight alcove, and I'm fishing a rod sort of more or less there really. So I did go quite tight to begin with, but I was picking up a lot of old weed and underwater debris when I was winding back in, so I've come back just a couple of feet just so just to try and avoid picking up any debris on the hook like I was doing. And then the middle rod, so I've got a point of an island right in front of me, and so there we go. So point of an island. I was fishing quite tight to the point of the island, and I will do again later on when I'm fishing on the bottom, but I moved my rod out into sort of open water here on a zig rig, because all around this area, that margin, a fish was bushing out earlier on, so I thought, well, if they're up in the water, I'll put a zig on, so just a short zig, sort of 2 foot, and then you saw me fairly at the start of the video where I was fishing my right hand rod, where you saw me baiting up the spot. Sort of, this is almost comes to a slight point here before it curls on round here, and got my right hand rod just off the point of, well, just off that point. So, not too bad. Watching the water, looking for the signs of fish. He's just putting out a fish just boshed out in my swim. Oh, bit of ridge monkey action from Wayne.
Oh, nice lunch.
Look at them beautiful sausages.
The bacon will go with it in a minute. In a wrap.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Right, where my middle rod was fishing, guys, before I whacked it onto a zig, a fish has been going absolutely mental. Right on the end of that island. So now the camera's out, I bet the fish would go camera shy. Come on, fishy, where are you? You've been going absolutely mental for a while. Alright, that's typical, guys. As soon as you get the camera out, the fish goes camera shy. Oh, there we go. It is still about. So, at the moment, that middle rod is fishing right up the middle on a zig. But I think very shortly it's going to be re-chucked back on a bottom bait. Back on that spot, I think. Right, good morning, guys. Finally, after a long session of nothing happening, finally got one. Left hand rod, that's in the little alcove in front of me. Just gone 6 o'clock in the morning. £23 on the nose. Bit of a scallywag load, this fish, because it's totally wiped out both my other rods, so I've got to do all 3 rods in a minute. But I can't complain too much because I'm not blanking. And a nice fish as well. Only 11 ounces, sort of under my PB for a common, so not too bad at all. Caught on a West Country Baits Bio Cream Wafter on a IQD rig. So I'm happy, finally off the mark.
Oh, Chris, cracking fish.
Right. Cheers, Wayne. Let's get her back so I can get all 3 rods sorted.
Yeah. Nice one, Chris.
And guys, thought I was going to be into my second bit of fishy action, and right hand rod where I've got to far right hand margin, bit of a point sticking out. About an hour after I had that fish just now, and yeah, the right hand rod ripped away, picked up the rod, bent into it. I thought, oh, here we go, this is picking up fish number 2. Wayne picked up the camera to start doing a bit of filming of playing the fish. I think he must have cursed me by picking up the camera, because as soon as he picked up the camera the fish come off. I don't think it's the curse of the new camera. Barbless rules. I like it. Fish on. Is already recording because I was recording some ridge monkey action.
Right. It's his 3rd one, Chris.
Well, technically it's the 4th because I lost one yesterday.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then lost another one this morning. And this rain wasn't forecast, was it?
No.
Well, hopefully this one don't come off, guys. I was just in the middle of cooking a giant crumpet on my ridge monkey. But my right hand rod has just gone again. Well, I say again, it's the rod that I lost the fish on after I had that first fish this morning. Now what way is the fish going? Oh, I don't want him to tangle up. Oh, ghosty.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's a nice one, that is.
Come on, in the net, you lovely ghosty.
Well done, Chris.
Ghosty in the net. Look at that. Oh, look at her.
That is a pearler, that is, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, let's get things sorted, guys, and then we'll get back to when she's in the unhooking mat. Right, guys, I was only just telling you how I didn't like barbless rules. I was just about to show you some ridge monkey action. On my right hand rod has just gone again with an absolute pearler of a fish.
Stunning, isn't it, that one?
Wow, just get a load of that. 24 pound on the nose. of absolute mint ghosty mirror. Look at the colours on that, absolutely mint. Again, taken on the BioCream wafter on the IQD rig. So that's 2 fish landed, 2 fish lost now. It's starting to pick up a bit. This rain wasn't forecast, I know that much. Absolutely mint, I'm happy with this
stunning
fish.
That, isn't it? Beautiful colours on
I
that.
think, if I remember off the top of my head, I think it's probably the biggest ghosty I've ever had as well.
Yeah, absolutely
Right,
stunning.
let's get her back. That wasn't too bad, was it? Right then guys, now I've had a couple of fish, I'm going to show my rig on my fishing this session. Before I come here, I did phone up the shop when I was when I was making the booking and asked, you know, what's working well at the moment, and sort of try and give you a bit of an head start. And he said on the phone the IQD rig is working well at the moment, so that's why I'm fishing the IQD rig now, just to sort of use a rig that they've said is working. So so I'll show you that. So first off, I got about 2 foot of sinking rig tubing. That's the Corda dark matter one. Lead clip system, nothing too complicated, 2-ounce lead, and then, as I said before, IQD rig, which is obviously the Corda IQ2, little sinker in the middle, curve shape type hook, and then a wafter bait which I've trimmed down into a barrel shape. On this one, I'm just about to recast this one, I've put a tiny little sliver of yellow rig foam on there just to add a little bit more buoyancy to the rig. To be fair, the first 2 fish I caught, I never had that foam on, but I thought I'd just add a little bit of something to it, maybe might start improving bites, who knows. And the bait I'm using, that is the West Country Baits BioCream wafters, and so there's my next 2 I've trimmed down, ready to go on my next 2 rods. So yeah, nothing too complicated, no fancy rigs or anything. And then before I cast that out, just to stop any tangles on the cast, a little bit of rig foam, wet it, and then just fold it around the hook. There we go, that just prevents any tangles on the cast, and then also when it goes in the water, it allows your bait to sort of flutter down and the hook link to kick out as well. So all nice and nice. Right, let's get it out in the water.
This could be Chris's number 3.
If land it.
If he lands it on his favourite barbless hooks. That's what you get for stuffing your face with a cheese toastie.
Just about to. Just done a nice cheese toastie. now it's going to go cold. What an inconsiderate fish.
Don't worry, I'll put the tripod down. Waste.
But it's coming quite quick. In. She's in.
Alright, mate.
Fish number 3. Right then guys, fish number 3 has hit the bank. How's that? Bit of a rude fish, it's interrupted my cheese toasty I was just about to have. Not quite as pretty as the last fish. A little bit more energetic though. There we go, right hand rod again to that margin where I've already showed you. So maybe that little bit of yellow rig foam on top of the wafter made a difference. Who knows? But it's fish number 3 on the bank, that's for sure.
Well done, mate.
21-2. When we looked at her in the net, she didn't look a 20, did she?
No.
But
no.
21-2,
Nice
so 3 fish landed, all 20s, so I can't complain really. Right, let's get her back. Right then guys, I'm going to quickly sort of run through the baiting strategy I've been doing on this session to what I feel has now been a successful session. I've actually had 5 runs, but 2 have come off, so and there's 5 people on this side of the lake. And I am the only one on this side of the lake that's actually caught anything, so I'll consider that successful so far. But well, I've got some boilies here. I've about 1 kilo left in there. I brought like 2.5 kilos with me, and literally the whole area, what you can see in camera shot, I've been baiting up with the boilies. So not one specific area like where the rods are fishing. Literally the whole area, what you can see in camera shot, I've spread the boilies out throughout that whole area. So the idea being, you know, if any fish come in numbers, you know, they'll graze in the whole area where I'm fishing on the boilies, and hopefully sort of holding them within my whole area, if you like. And then you see me doing it yesterday, but I got a bucket of pellet, 10mm Screttins pellet, and then the actual spots I'm fishing on I've been baiting up with sort of catapultfuls of pellet, sort of, I don't know, 4 maybe 5 catapults of pellet at a time on each rod. And I've been sort of baiting up with the pellet sort of constantly. So sort of only once a day with a boilie, but constantly with the pellet. So it's getting sort of mid-afternoon now. It's quite warm. I mean, even 10mm pellet in this weather, if they don't get eaten, they do break down quite quickly. So I'm going to go out, chuck some of these boilies in, and then bait me actual spots with the pellet again. Hopefully keep them hungry fish grubbing around. I want to crack on with that, but I'm sure you don't want to watch me put a whole kilo of boilies, so I'll leave it there. Number 4, just after I put all that bait out as well, so
nice one.
So yeah, put all that boilies out I showed you. Some pellets as well on me spots, like I said I was going to do. Half hour later, fish in the net. Right then guys, fish number 4. Like I say, I was just telling you not long ago about my baiting approach, and I had, like I said, put in that kilo of boilies, and over my 3 rods I put in about a kilo again of pellets. So it would seem the fish are looking for the food, because that was only about half hour ago. So there you go. It's the most liveliest fish I've had so far, and the smallest. 19 pound on the nose, wasn't it, Wayne?
No, yeah, 19, yeah.
19 pound on the nose, so just a smidge under a 20. But can't complain with that.
Turned into a good session for you.
It has. Let's get her back. Right then guys, I've come down to the chap's 2 swims to my left, and he's got a big tadpole. Well, so it was 42 and a half.
42 and a half, yeah.
40, yeah. That's a jolly nice fish, that is. It's a beast, isn't it?
Monster.
42 and a half cat. Possible lake record as well, guys, because on the website they've got the lake record catfish at 35.
You can grab my phone, it's in there on charge, just grab it off and just take a couple of that.
Don't even fit in the sling properly, do it?
No, imagine having an 18. If you just flick up the right ankle. Shut up. He's fine.
Alright guys, just trimming down some more baits into barrel shapes for me evening cast to see me through the night. So I've got fresh baits for going into the night. But, gosh, the heat and sun been absolutely sweltering today. Poor old Wayne, he's been knocked for 6 by the heat. He's asleep in his bivvy at the moment. He's been really hit by the heat. I don't think he's feeling well at the moment, so he's sort of trying to sleep it off, but I think it's a bit of dehydration with this heat today. It's just gone 8 o'clock now and it's still absolutely roasting hot. That guy who had the catfish, he just had another fish about 20 minutes ago, so things are starting to pick up a bit on this side of the lake. I hope Wayne does get one before we have to pack up tomorrow, because it'd be a shame if he didn't. That's 2 done. That's it. That's how starting off, obviously, as wafters, and then trimming them down to little barrel shapes. Yeah, I'm fairly happy so far with my session. I've had 6 runs, landed 4, lost 2. So I'm quite happy with that. I think if we'd have gone to farlows like originally planned, I don't think I'd have had 6 runs and 4 landed fish, that's for sure. So there's been a good average weight of fish as well, up 3 20s and 1 just under 20. And I worked out that's an average of, I think it was just under 22 pound of fish, so can't knock that really for a session. Right, there'll be 3 up baits all trimmed down. Right, I'll wind in my rods, get these baits on, get my recast done, and then Go and have a check on Wayne, see how he is. Right, see you in a bit, guys. Right then, guys. Fish number 5 on the bank. Right hand rod again. That's the 4th fish on the right hand rod now. £18.12. So the weight average is falling slightly, which is a bit of a damn bugger. And currently I had a bit of a double run, and there's a fish on my left hand rod at the moment, but it's snagged up, so we've got that to deal with. But unfortunately it feels like it's gonna be lost because it feels horribly snagged. But anyway, yeah, fish number 5. I put out just a bit more bait before I caught this fish, so they are getting on the bait. How many you caught now, Wayne?
Sore throat, so I can't talk.
Good camera skills anyway, Wayne.
I am. Thank you very much.
Right, let's get it back. Not going to mess around with this fish too much because it's raining, I'm getting wet. It's wiped out one of my other rods while I was playing this fish, so I've got 2 rods to sort out. But it's the same stamp of fish as my last few fish, upper double I'd say. So yeah, number 6 on the bank. Let's get it back. Right then, guys, down to about the last 4 hours of fishing maybe. I've just re-chucked all 3 rods. Obviously refreshed the hook baits on all 3 rods, so for the last few hours of fishing there's nice fresh bait on all the rigs. Just chucked out a bit more with a 10mm pellet as well with a catapult, because a few of the fish I've had have come straight after baiting up with a pellet, so I've even though there's only a few hours left, I've still put some more bait in. Fingers crossed for one more. Right then, guys, it would seem I just can't stop catching. Fish number 7. Live lead number 7. And finally a fish on my middle rod. The only rod that hasn't had a fish up to now. Come on. Come on. So, fish number 7. The 10th run I've had since I've been here. Lost 3 on a snap off. And this 7th landed, £19 on the nose. Still catching on the Bio Cream wafters on the IQD rig, so all good. I just put a load more bait out as well. Even though we're packing up in a few hours, all the fish seem to have been coming straight after baiting, and so like I say, we're going home in what, probably a couple of hours now, but I'll still put some bait out, and straight away the fish have got on it, so they're hungry.
Well, they are at your end of the lake anyway.
Right,
mine are on a diet.
Right then, guys, this is turning into an epic session. Middle rod just went again. 10 minutes after I had that last fish, I just chucked the rod back out. I thought we're packing up now, just chuck it back out. And within 10 minutes, this absolutely pristine 18-pound common went off on it. I didn't even put a fresh hook bait on, I just chucked it back out, so at least the rod was fishing, and 10 minutes later, fish number 8.
That's a beauty, that is, isn't it?
Absolutely amazing. Having an absolutely blinding session. Again, still on the IQD rig. So when they told me that that rig was working here, they weren't lying. Get it back.
See you in a minute.
Yeah. Right then, guys, session has finished, and I say this session was originally meant to be farlows, and well, to be fair, I don't really care that we didn't make it to farlows now.
Yeah, it's a good whole session, that was.
Yeah, so I mean, in the end I had 11 runs, 8 landed, 2 2 hook pulls and unfortunately one snap off due to the fish getting in some snag, but that's fishing. But 8 fish landed, I'm happy with that.
Good fish for us, we said good.
Yeah, and good camera work, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
It was a pleasure.
Excellent
Yeah,
cameraman,
anytime.
good photography. I knew I brought you along for some reason. But unfortunately, didn't happen for Wayne, don't know why.
No.
Neighbouring swims, that's fishing, isn't it?
Yeah. So I enjoyed myself, see some good fish.
Yeah, so yeah, some nice fish I had. I think the topped it off for me was that nice 24-pound ghosty. That was absolutely stunning fish, that one. So, well, anyway, we're off home now. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this fish field session. Till next time, when I'll be at Topper Manor on Paddock Lake, which I know definitely will be because the lake is booked out by my good friends Team Banana for a social. Till then, tight lines. Hang on.
Too late is recording.
Oh, that's a warm southwesterly.
You need some oil on that zip, Chris.